It was really funny is that most of them said, I won't work it with mortgage, I won't work with real estate agents.
Did we get the why behind that?
Because they are too picky, too demanding, and don't spend enough money. And they won't do things consistently.
You hear that? You're a pain in the ass.
That is not from me, that's from all other marketing agencies.
I'll say it. Mortgages and marketing typically don't go hand in hand, except with this company. And we've talked about our marketing department with Ron Mueller, but this gal right here is the one who makes the engine go. This is Chelsea Vonder Haar. She is our SVP of marketing at USA Mortgage, and she is going to help articulate why it's so awesome, why it's so different, and why you need this as a bullet in your mortgage gun. So Chelsea, first of all, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
But I want to start with, like, where did this come from? Because the mindset around marketing at this company is very different than most companies. So where did that start and kind of lead us to where it has gone?
Yeah, so I think at the root of it, USA Mortgage has always been very relationship based. You know, the majority of our MLOs get their business not by call centers, not by, you know, radio ads, TV ads, anything like that. They get it through partnerships with real estate agents and other industry partners they might have that they develop a relationship with over time and refer them business. And I started in our marketing team in 2015, and we were very small at that point. There were 4 of us at that point. And we just kind of did, you know, whatever our loan officers wanted us to do. Oh, I need a random flyer about this loan program or something like that. And over time, it started to develop into, well, hey, maybe we could be more strategic about our marketing instead of just, you know, waiting for RLOs to come to us. And maybe we could start to help them with actually growing their business, actually, you know, helping them connect with new real estate agents, because really that's where most of our business comes from, is real estate agents. So we started kind of shifting what we offered specifically for agents instead of just focusing on RLOs. And that really kind of came to a head when we bought our first production printer in 2016. It was little compared by the standards that we have today, but we started doing mass production printing. We had looked into outsourcing for a long time, and a big thing at USA is that we like to keep things internal because we can control the quality and the process of it, and we decided to do the same with our printing. So we got our first printer in 2016, and it just absolutely blew up. Just agents were coming out of the woodwork.
Not the machine.
No, not the actual machine. No, the building is still here. The machine was intact. But I mean, we're talking millions. I mean, that printer was running 24 hours a day, and it just kind of took off from there. And I took over the department in 2017, and our printing just grew even more and even more. And over the years, I just kind of keep thinking about what else can we help agents with? What else can we help agents do? So, and help our loan officers with. So in 2018, we started our social media management for our loan officers. In 2019, we started video production for, thank you, Doug. Yeah. I wouldn't compliment him if he wasn't right there.
I would have.
But I know you would have, but I'm his boss. I can't compliment him. But started video for our LOs in 2019, started video for agents in 2020, and then social media for agents last year in 2023. So kind of long-winded answer, but the reason that we do all of this for our loan officers is because we have a very different marketing strategy than our competitors. So most of the competitors in the mortgage industry typically put most of their marketing time, budget, strategy into marketing the corporate brand. And that's what the corporate marketing team is dedicated to, is marketing the corporate brand. And the LOs come second or third or fourth, much less, what they do for agents. And we'd have the opposite strategy. So we put our loan officers and their marketing first, because we believe that our LOs are the best representation of our brand, and we want to have the resources into helping them market the way that they want to market, instead of putting them in a cookie cutter box of what corporate can offer for them. So we just are different. We just have a different marketing strategy than most of our competitors. And that's why we're able to do a lot of things we do.
Dare I say, a marketing company that does mortgages?
Yes, that's actually Doug Shukar said that one time, and it was one of my favorite phrases
when he beats me to stuff.
ever. Yeah.
I love it. And not only loan officers, but also real estate agents.
Right.
Because, and we talked about this in episode 2, I was telling Ron the story about Tristan Almada, who some of you know in the industry, is a pretty well-known name. And when he came to St. Louis for an event, and it was his choice. He's like, hey, I want to go check out your marketing department because I've heard about it, which was funny. And then he did, and we walked him through and showed him the print room, and this was like 5 years ago. And I still remember it to this day. It's like, he's like, I've never seen anything like it. And still to this day, his team still uses our marketing department. And this is coming from a national guy in Los Angeles who's like, I'm using you guys because this is such a valuable asset to my team. So touch on that a little bit, because I love that you said that's important. Like, because a lot of mortgage companies, the owners have the ego, and it's got to be about them, and it's got to be about the company, when the reality is it is about the salesperson. Mm-hmm. And so this company props you, the salesperson, up, but it also props up the real estate agent, and to the point that they get access to our portal on the back end, and they can have a personal relationship with the marketing rep.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so kind of like our overall goal in this, our real creative marketing team is to, put our LOs and their agents first and take as much marketing work off of their plate so that they can go out and do what they do best, which is helping their buyers and sellers and closing loans. So, and we want to be the main people that they come to when they need marketing support. So, a big way that we do that is that every LO and agent gets, we call them marketing coordinators here, but they're kind of like customer success manager or account representative, something like that. So you have one person on our marketing team that does all of your marketing for you. They're your liaison into marketing, so that, no matter how many people we add onto our marketing team, you don't have to remember all those names. You're going to have your main one person, and they kind of handle all of your marketing, and they loop in all the other people that they need. So it's less people that the LO has to remember. They just know, oh, that's my marketing person, Allison. I send everything to her, and then she's going to automatically, get my stuff approved by compliance. She's going to run it by the design team. She's going to loop in social or video if it's that kind of, need. So we really kind of have that whole hand-holding process with our LOs and our agents. So most of our agents actually just bypass the loan officer completely and email us directly. They put the loan officer on it. We always want to keep the LO informed, but they just kind of treat us
Cut off the middleman.
Yeah, exactly. And the big thing about it is most of our loan officers don't, no offense, they don't know what they're doing.
Sure.
They don't know what to ask
they're not
for.
Marketing reps.
Right, and we don't want them to be, and we don't need them to be. We want them to be closing loans.
Yeah.
So, why put that middleman in there? Take up the LO's time. Just have them come right to marketing.
Yeah.
They can email us. The LO's on it. We'll have LOs chime in fifth and on the fifth email and be like, "Hey, I just checked my email. I love that you guys have this going out with my name on it. I love this." Yeah. And that's what we want. We want to focus on doing all of that for them so that they can focus on closing their loans.
I love that. And as we talk about that, I think it's important to point out that we're in still one of the worst times in our industry. And the first thing that gets cut at most companies is marketing. How bad has it been cut here? Because I think people think that, all right, I get it, it's great in great times, but what about in the bad times?
So one of my biggest priorities is that we offer a core group of products in the marketing team, and our loan officers know that they can rely on that core group of products no matter what the industry is doing, that we are here in the really good times and the really bad times and everything in between. So I'm very strategic with what we offer on the marketing team and how the team is set up to be able to handle all of these different things. And we only roll something out once we know that it's something sustainable through any market. And that's a really good point. Most of the other marketing people that I know that are other mortgage companies, they've either been laid off themselves or all of their coworkers are. Companies that are 4 times our size have a department half our size. And because we're so marketing and technology focused here, it's never been that way. It's never been this revolving door of people in marketing. Half our marketing team has been here 5-6 years with no plans on leaving. So it, unfortunately, everything that's gone on in the industry the last year has affected our team a little bit, not nearly as much as you would see at other companies. And we're actually, compared to this time last year, we're still offering every single thing that we were offering back then.
That's awesome.
Because that's really important to me.
Arguably, marketing is more important now. It's less important when when you just have to have a pulse to get business.
Yes.
It's way more important now, and it's the thing that everybody sets aside.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, as obviously, so that I think exemplifies where this company is and the importance of it. But then there's that $1 million question, which is cost. Mm-hmm. All right, as an LO and as a real estate agent, what's it going to cost me? Like, am I paying for it in my rate? Am I going to have to, is it going to come out of my paycheck? How does this stuff work?
Yeah, so first I'll kind of talk about on the LO side a little bit. So the way that we offer it is that it's based on, pricing is based on production. So this is something we're rolling out this year. So starting in April this year, our top 50 loan officers every quarter, they get unlimited marketing that's paid for by corporate. And the biggest reason, and people ask me when I talk to recruits all the time, they're like, there's no way this is really free, like you're charging me somewhere. But the reason that it is free, that corporate is paying for it, goes back to our strategy in that we are not paying for really expensive ways to brand the USA Mortgage corporate brand. So like, you're not gonna see us on a stadium. Yep. You're not gonna see us doing expensive
World Series, the home plate behind the World Series.
Yep, you're not going to see that. And so we save that money and we put it back into our LOs. So our top 50 every quarter in units, they get unlimited marketing support. So they get corporate pays for their printing, their graphic design, their social media management, their video creation, CRM support, all of that. And then everybody that's not in our top 50, they get a core amount of complimentary services. So like they get X number of co-branded orders a month for mailers. They get certain social media. It's like a really comprehensive package that they get. And they get all of that complimentary. And then anything they want above and beyond that, they just pay for. And our pricing is really competitive, again, because we do it in-house. We charge on the actual production of the item itself. We don't mark up our costs. So like, let's say you're getting printing. If you go to an outside printing company, your price is gonna include helping pay for their accounting department and their HR department and all this. We charge the exact cost that it takes to produce that piece. So if you're ordering a flyer, you're paying for the piece of paper, you're paying for the ink that went on it and the labor that it took to make it, and that's it. So when we charge agents, typically we're about 50 to 60% cheaper than what they would get from a third-party company because we charge on that scale, especially for our printing. We're very competitive in our printing as well as our social media and our video because we charge based on the labor and production that it takes to make it.
It's not a profit center.
Right. Yep, it's not a profit center. We do everything compliantly, so we charge the way that we need to charge to maintain RESPA compliant. But yeah, we don't make money off of our marketing. I'm sure Jason would love for me to make some money off of our marketing, but We don't, because we want to keep it competitive. We want the loan officers and agents to be able to do it consistently.
Yeah, yeah. What is probably the most popular piece or most ordered item from marketing from a loan officer and or real estate perspective?
By far, every door direct mail or EDDMs. So that's, if you haven't heard of them before, I know Jeff has, but if you're listening, EDDM, every door direct mail. So that's a way to blanket geographically target an area based on postal route. That is like the item that when you talk to an agent about it, you can start to see all the lights flashing. You can start to see them, like all the puzzle pieces coming together. So we've got agents that do those mailers for their just listeds, their just solds, but we really push agents to do like lots of geofarming content with their mailers, and picking a certain geographical area that they want to become that dominant local real estate agent in, and target those routes, once a month, twice a month, once a quarter, whatever they want, and then encourage them to use other marketing avenues to support that, social, video, event marketing, all of that surrounding that geographical area. So our EDDMs, we do about 4 million a year of those. So those are by far our most popular item.
What's number two?
Number two would probably be, if we're talking printing, would be brochures, probably,
like
brochures and books.
brochure.
Yep. Yeah, so because it just makes such a better impression than just a flyer. So we do lots of luxury listing brochures. Those are really popular. Books, like buyer's books or seller's books, those are super popular. So yeah, the brochure book is probably second most popular.
Now you mentioned specifically for print. What outside of print is most popular?
For social media, we do, and besides kind of just like the standard management that we do for our loan officers and their business pages, we do a lot of like custom content for them. Like they want to feature all of their closings that happened that month. Like we'll do a lot of custom creation for that. We do a lot of campaigns for them based on the month that we're in. Like every June, we do a big homeownership month campaign for our LOs on social media, things like that. And then on the video side, like every video seems really popular. Like we do a monthly special video for our LOs every month. Some on our, USA centered programs, like, or the soft credit polls, the milestone update videos that we do, those are super popular. So loan officer records himself saying, hey, congrats, your file's cleared closed, here's what's next, all that. Just kind of puts, just puts that personal touch into it. And then we do a lot of custom video creation as well. So an agent will say, hey, I've got a first-time homebuyer seminar and I want to promote it and I want to make it Forrest Gump themed. And they come to us and we make it Forrest Gump themed for them. Because they're always...
That must have happened.
Yeah,
it
happened.
Pull that out of thin air.
No, that wasn't like in my bucket list of videos I wanted to do in my career, but it happened. And it actually went really well. As crazy as an idea that it sounds, but yeah, we do a whole kind of custom video content as well.
And we mentioned going through the downturn and kind of maintaining when others are not, but not only maintaining and sustaining, you evolving. And there's this new platform called Real Creative now.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
So, over the last several years, we have gotten more and more agents that want to utilize us for multiple things. And they're like, I want you guys to do my marketing for me. Like, I love you guys, I trust you guys, all that. And it really, we started talking about it a couple of years ago. We just started seeing kind of the power of what we do and what this could become. And we decided, let's spin our marketing team into kind of its own marketing agency under the name Real Creative, and specialize in working with real estate agents. there was, when we first started talking about this, our marketing manager, Alec, and I, we did a lot of research about what other marketing agencies were doing in the real estate industry.
You're studying marketing agencies, not marketing departments and mortgage companies.
Right. Yeah, we're talking marketing agency.
Key.
Yeah. And we started, doing research and seeing like what other marketing agencies in the country are doing for the real estate industry. And it was really funny is that most of them said, I won't touch real estate agents at all. I won't work with real estate agents. I won't work it with mortgage. I won't work with real estate agents.
Did we get the why behind that?
Because they are too picky, too demanding, and don't spend enough money. And they won't do things consistently.
You hear that? You're a pain in the ass.
That is not from me. That's from all other marketing agencies.
I'll say it.
I'll give you their names. But and that's literally what they said. Like there was a discussion group about what niche should you get into, and people were saying not real estate. And Alec and I kind of had this like mind-blowing moment a little bit, and we were like, all of these people are afraid to work with real estate agents because they have that perception of them. And I'm like, but we've already been working with them for years. Like we are like already far and above what these other people, like we specialize in agents and we're really good at it. So like we could really do this. So we started advertising under the name Real Creative. Our long-term goal is to, eventually transition into its own agency under the USA DAS acquisition umbrella. And long-term, we want to spin this off into that we connect with agents that have never even heard of USA Mortgage before. They find us because they need marketing support, and then we're able to introduce them to USA and say, hey, do you have a loan officer you want to work with? Like we've got a whole team of LOs. So we can kind of pass those leads back to our LOs as well. Just another new way to connect with agents. So, but yeah, so we rolled that out. That was what we rolled social media management out under in August, and just planning on rolling out even more from there.
Sounds like a future episode. Conversation.
Yes.
Because I've got to get personal. We all know that you're married to the most wonderful human on the planet. He basically is the reason for your being, which has helped you now, create a mini me.
We gonna have words later. Oh boy.
If that doesn't represent or show how much passion she has for her husband, who also works at the company. You have a son now?
I do.
How old is he?
He is 2. He just turned 2 a few months
ago.
ago.
So I assume if I asked you the question, because you are like Danny, I think you came here right out of college, right? Mm-hmm. So this is like your life. Mm-hmm. Also a good representation of the culture here. If you weren't working here, what do you think you'd be doing?
Good question. So before I kind of got into mortgage and everything, I actually was planning on going into politics or going to law school.
Oh.
So, and do you know what is really good to deter you from going into politics or going to law school? Working in politics and working in a law firm. They are really good deterrents.
Yeah.
So
kind of like babysitting kids if you want to deter yourself from having kids?
Pretty much, yeah. So I worked on a political campaign. I kind of wanted to be a campaign manager. I did a lot of marketing on the campaign, and that's kind of where all the wheels started turning. And the campaign manager said to me, he said, I love my job, but if you ever want to have a family, do not go into this.
Wow, yeah.
Do not go into this. He's like, I cannot have kids because of this job, and it's something that I will debate on the rest of my life.
Yeah, regret maybe. Yeah.
And it kind of made me rethink what I wanted to do. I explored going to law school. I worked in a law firm to see if that was the route that I wanted to go in, and it was just using too much of my left brain and not enough of my right brain. And this is kind of, and I always kind of did some segment of marketing wherever I was. And I was like, maybe that's enough of the mix of my left and my right brain together. And that's kind of where it's been. So if I wasn't working in mortgage, I probably would go to law school.
Really?
Because I had always kind of wanted to be an attorney.
What kind of attorney?
Always wanted to be a prosecutor.
That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Is that because of my answer on my, yeah. Yes, I always wanted to be a prosecutor, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you were going to be a stay-at-home mom and just wait hand and foot on your husband and son. So, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do for fun? And let's exclude your son, because that's the obvious.
That is literally like my son is like.
That's too cliche of an answer.
I know.
What do you do? Like, Mike's like, I'm taking him, and I want you to have the weekend to yourself. What are you doing?
Oh my God.
Besides nothing.
Besides nothing. Yeah, really, I want everybody to just leave me alone, and so I can just watch.
Sounds familiar.
So I can just watch Netflix. I am a total nerd about books. I love reading. I always say my favorite hobby is shopping.
Okay.
I love spending money. I love shopping, home decorating, interior design. I'm like spa day. I am like the ultimate girly girl at heart. Funny story, when I found out I was having a boy, I was like, what the hell am I gonna do with a boy? I'm like the girliest girl I know. And now I'm like super into trucks and everything,
Nice.
but yeah, anything to like relax and shop and all of that are like.
Are you shopping online, or you prefer to go to in person?
Both. I'll do whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true junkie. Okay.
Yeah, true junkie. Yeah.
What are you watching on Netflix right now?
So we just finished Suits.
Okay.
And
What's next?
I am. Since we're talking about Mike so much, after I gave birth, I started watching Virgin River, and he was home with me. And so I kind of sucked him into Virgin River, and he was like, this is the dumbest show I've ever watched. So now I make him watch it with me, and everybody here gives him a lot of grief for watching Virgin River with me, but because it's a nice, cheesy, female-oriented show.
I'm glad you make him watch
So,
it.
yeah. How to Get Away with Murder, another one I'm watching. Yeah, I'm a big...
You multi-watch. You multitask Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm a big true crime junkie, so anything kind of...
Do you like the podcasts? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yep, Crime Junkies is one of my favorites. Yeah. I'm a big true crime person.
So if a loan officer or a real estate agent says, man, I got to kiss her ass, what are they buying you? And not a Porsche. Let's keep it affordable.
Spa gift cards. I love a nice spa gift card.
Notice how she made eye contact with the camera.
Yeah, I know. I really want to get this point across.
Yes.
I'm also talking to Doug. If you want to suck up to your boss, give me a spa gift card. Doug doesn't care about sucking up to me. Chocolate. Anything chocolate.
What's your favorite?
Literally everything. Anything chocolate, I'm all about it. Coffee. Anything, I'm going to really kind of basic myself, but anything that says mom on it. I've got my mom bracelets on.
Sweet.
I've got his name on a necklace, anything like that. Love a nice Ulta gift card.
Okay.
It's a great one.
It's like you thought about this.
You know, I mean, if they want their marketing fast, they better learn.
I love it.
So.
I love it. Well, perfect. The next victim is waiting. And this has been fantastic, and I think it's going to lead to more episodes that we need to talk about evolving things, because marketing kind of evolves with the times, and here we are in a time when you should be doing a lot of marketing. So if you're watching this, you don't work with a USA loan officer, you should consider it. And if you're a loan officer that don't have this, you should also probably maybe give us a call.
Yeah, I love talking to people. So
I will pass along my condolences to Mike.
He's living his best life, okay?